What is up, everyone? Welcome back to episode 227 of the 580 show. It's going to be a pretty quick episode this week. Just competed yesterday, so it's been a busy weekend. We'll have a guest next week, so appreciate you guys tuning in. However, just wanted to make a really big announcement, and you might have already seen it, probably did on Instagram, but we are actually on July 19th. So we're already hosting regionals. We host it every year for the Northeast. This will be our fourth year. And we have an arena this year. And we're actually hosting the 90 and 82 women. So the 90 kilo men, 82 women. We're hosting America's Strongest Man, which is super exciting. I'm super thankful that we're trusted with, a show like this. And I think me and the team are going to do a great job with it. I'm really excited. I hope if you know a 90 or an 82 that is able to compete at ASM, I would appreciate if you ask them to come out because we want to make it awesome for them this year. But there's been a lot of DMs and questions since Strongman Corp posted about it yesterday. So the way that it'll work, we'll have regionals in the morning, probably like 10 to 2:30, 10 to 3, something like that. And then we'll do ASM at night. So like 4 to 8, 4 to 8:30, something like that. And yeah, I'll try to get like a lot of local stuff to do out there. Obviously, coming to my hometown, it's crazy bringing ASM here. So it'll be really fun. Um, the biggest question I got from athletes so far is the events. I know James and his team are working on getting the events posted. They're going to be very similar to regionals. The deadlift is the same. You guys are going to do the Pittsburgh Bridge for reps, which is like a really cool frame deadlift that mimics, the Pittsburgh bridges in the city. You're going to do a max axle, so that'll be really fun. And you're gonna do a Zamboni arm over arm pull. So the Zamboni arm over arm, we can't test until June, once all the ice is melted in the facility. So it's an arm over arm pull. We'll be sure to post videos and everything like that. And this is for regionals athletes as well. So as soon as we can have you guys have all that information for you all, we will have it. So those three events are staying the same. Yoke for regionals is just one way, and it's a longer yoke run. Yoke for ASM is going to be down and back. And then instead of a max distance sandbag carry at regionals, it is going to be a max distance shield carry in a like oval, circular way instead of down and back like we'll be doing at regionals for the sandbags. So those will be your five events. It's gonna be really, really fun. I'm hoping to, it's ASM, so you're gonna have a great caliber of athlete, but hoping to see a lot of familiar faces, meet a lot of new people that regionals and ASM weekend. And we'll just try to put on the best show we can. It's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be live streamed. I know James is gonna bring up the big screen that they use for a lot of the shows now. You guys probably saw it, the Arnold. It was at my ASM at the 80s. But yeah, if anyone has any ideas to how we can bring people in to watch, we're in a small town and strongman is still, it's obviously very far from mainstream in sporting events. So if anyone has any ideas how to bring people in, because I want to get a little bit of a crowd, obviously for the athletes. So especially at night for ASM, I think regionals with family and friends and everything will have a good crowd. But hopefully a lot of people for regionals want to stay after and see the top athletes for these two classes. And just give our support and really make it an exciting show. So yeah, there'll be a lot of more details coming for regionals and ASM. And if you guys have questions, DM me, shoot me an email, whatever. I'm happy to answer whatever I can. So that's some really, really exciting news. It's really surreal that we're gonna be hosting America's Strongest Man like in my hometown. Obviously, we're near Pittsburgh, but we're still like 40 minutes outside the city. So you got anyone that's coming in town for regionals or ASM can travel downtown where the arena is. It's right by this big state park. So there's a lot of like hiking, there's a lake, all that stuff. But then there's, a lot to do around there. So I'll try to post like an itinerary and little things like that that you can do. If there's any companies that are interested in sponsoring strongman or strength sports affiliated, or they just want to be a part of it, please, have them reach out to me, because we want to try to get, as good of a event as we can. So obviously companies can help out with that. And yeah, that's really it for the news. It's exciting stuff. So any questions, shoot them my way, and we'll have a lot more details soon. So appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll be talking about it a lot more, I'm sure. Probably gonna have some of the athletes coming on. Gonna be talking about my ASM because so it goes, James will drive to Dallas for the 80s and the 64s where I'll be at the week before, for Derek Owens North Texas Strength Expo. It's the 80s and 64s. And then that show finish. James will drive all the way up here to Pennsylvania and we'll have the 90s and the 82. So we'll be talking about both those and a lot more. So any guests you guys are interested in having on, any topics, anything like that. Like I said, I competed this weekend, but I doubt really anyone cares. It's a local show. Just had fun. So it's just a long weekend. The show was like 12 hours. So just I'm excited about ASM. Want to come on and talk about it real quick, but we will see you guys next week for episode 228. Thanks, guys.